Hi, welcome to episode 20 of the Mel-Tran Designs podcast. I'm your host, Melissa, also known as Anansi on Ravelry and on Plurk. I am Mel-Tran Designs, and today is Tuesday, April 30th, 2013, and I have a cat that keeps trying to jump up here next to me. We'll see if he does. Maybe you'll get a marshmallow appearance. Welcome to any new viewers, and welcome back to those of you who have come back. I hope you enjoy our time together. Let's jump right into things. I actually wrote show notes this week because I have a couple of extra things that I didn't want to forget. So if you see me kind of glancing over to the side, I tried to put them right next to the camera. So anyway, happenings this week. I got a logo. You may have already seen it at the beginning. I don't know if I was able to stick it in or not. If I was, you've already seen it. If not, well, I don't know. I'm pretty sure I'll be able to put it in though, because I figured out how to put pictures at the end. So I'm pretty sure it's just like putting them at the beginning. If not, you'll see them at the end, or you'll see it at the end. I have two versions of it. One has words around it in a circle, the other one doesn't. The reason for that is I like to have two options, and I will show both to you, or something, I don't know. I ordered new business cards with it, and a couple of t-shirts, and a new bag, and I needed to spend a couple more dollars to get free shipping, so I ordered a couple of pens, and I have buttons. That's through someone else. I have buttons that I paid for yesterday for my order, and then now I need to send in the image and whatnot. But anyway, so I will have buttons at different events that I go to hand out, and yeah, I'm really excited. I need to thank Anuska for that. She is Swedutch, and she has the Swedutch Handcrafts podcast. Sorry, I have stuff all over my glasses. Anyway, so you get to look at me without my glasses, but I can't see you because I don't have my glasses on. Let's see, what else happened this week? Let me put my spectacles back on here. Sunday afternoon, we planted some flowers in the yard, which I did take a couple pictures of those. I don't know, one or two pictures. Nothing fancy. We have one of those big planters, and we like to put pansies and petunias in it every year. It's something that the kids like to do, and they water it and, you know, kind of keep up their own little flower garden every year. And then up in the front corner, we have some perennials, because then I don't have to, or not perennials, annuals. No, perennials. That means they come back every year. We put annuals in the big planter. We put perennials in the front corner, so I don't have to worry about it. One of the ones that we put in last year didn't make it. I don't know if I transplanted it wrong, or I don't know, but anyway, I keep looking out there like I'd be able to see it. So we got some new flowers to go right there. We had a couple of extra pansies and petunias left over, so we did put those kind of around right there. I know they'll die, but that's all right. And then the other front corner, we haven't really started planting yet. We did put one daffodil up there. I'm trying to remember if I talked about what our plan is for that corner. I don't think I did. What we're going to do is get each of our birth flowers, you know, from the month you were born, and put them up there in the corner together. I thought that would be kind of a fun thing to do. So yeah, Cayenne's birth month flower is the daffodil, and those are in season right now, obviously, because it's spring. So we bought one of those, and then we have, mine is the sweet pea, and then Eli's is the larkspur, and Anansi and Jake, they're both in August, and there's, I can't remember off the top of my head right now. Anyway, it's another pretty, oh, poppy. It's a poppy. So those all go well together, and they grow here well. So we'll do that later on. But it was nice to at least get that corner kind of, you know, weeded out and, you know, nice fresh dirt ready, and I cleaned out my garden area. I'm going to be able to plant now. There's a rule of thumb here. There's a butte a few miles that way. If there's still snow there, you don't plant. Once the snow has melted, you plant. The snow has melted. So it's safe to plant. Yeah, so that's all as far as that goes. I started walking last week. I walked every day during the week last week, at least a mile. And then over the weekend I didn't, but I did other active things. The girls and I all performed at a community, what was it, a wellness fair, I guess. Our dance studio was asked to bring some of their teams and perform. So we did that. So I counted that as my exercise for that day. And then Sunday, I didn't walk, but like I said, we were planting flowers, and that actually took a while. And we went over to a friend's house. She's an older lady, the one that takes the kids over after school on Wednesdays. I'm pretty sure I've talked about that, how she has us come over and she does an after school snack and a craft with the kids every week. She had some flowers planted for her, but they ran out just before like her entryway. And I was like, well, you need some right there, right before you walk in the door. So we bought some and took them over there and planted them and beautified her walkway a little bit. So yeah, I figured that was my physical activity for the day. I love being outside. I don't get outside enough. I don't. We don't have outdoor living space with the way our house is situated and with how it was built, and so I don't really spend a lot of time out there, especially once it gets hot. So it was nice to be out and digging in the dirt, and my fingernail, oh, underneath my fingernails are still showing it. I've scrubbed and scrubbed and scrubbed. Oh, it's like they were dyed brown from the dirt. My nail tech is not going to be happy when I go in a couple of days, but anyways, it was a lot of fun, and yeah, we enjoyed doing that. Thanks, as I inhale my hair. Sorry about that. Upcoming events. I have National Clogging Competition next weekend, which is May 11th. I'm going to be gone the 10th through the 12th down in the Salt Lake City area. Nationals is actually at Lagoon on the 11th. The 10th I'll be able to stop and meet Miranda, if you're watching. Hi, Miranda. On my way through, because I go right through her town, well, right past it, but you know, you take a freeway exit and you're there. So if you live in the Salt Lake City area, I don't know that I remember anyone telling me they were from that area, but not everyone that watches this has introduced themselves on the board. Please do come join the group. Anyway, yeah, so if you're going to be down there, or if you live down there or whatever, let me know. I will have some free time. What else is coming up? Fiber Train, May 26th and 27th here in Nampa, Idaho. If you're within driving distance, please come. The hotels don't cost a lot, and the event itself is free, unless you take classes, obviously, but they are extremely affordable. I mean, if you've ever gone to any fiber event and then you look at the cost of these classes, trust me, it's worth the drive. So let me know if you're going to be in town for that. It's a Sunday and Monday. And if you're going to come, if you want to come into town for Saturday, there's a farmer's market and things like that. So, like I said, let me know if you're going to be over here. Awesome. Zombie Knit Apocalypse is June 20th to the 23rd, and that's in Rochester, Minnesota. If you are within driving distance of that, please come. It's going to be a lot of fun. Heck, fly. That's what I'm doing. That's what a bunch of us are doing. Fly over, drive over, crawl, walk, ride your bike. Just come. It'll be a lot of fun. I will also be staying in Minneapolis from Sunday the 23rd through Wednesday the 26th. I have some free time that Wednesday. There's a gal that is kind of going to be my chaperone for the day because my mother-in-law has to leave to drive back home, and there'll be many hours before I have to get on my flight. But there will be free time. So if you live in the Minneapolis area, let me know. After that, so I put things in chronological order. So after that is Tour de Fleece, June 29th to July 21st. Join a team. I have a team that I'm going to be on. I'm not going to be hosting a team. I'm just going to be participating in one. There are a lot of them. There's a Ravelry group for it. If you don't know what Tour de Fleece is, it's a spinning event where you spin each of the days that the Tour de France is going on, and you can rest on the days that they have rest days, and you make your own goal. Whether it's, I want to commit to 15 minutes every day, or, you know, you can say, you do have to spin, you know, every day of that, but you can have an end goal too. Like, I have this whole fleece that I would like to spin, and then you can figure out how much you have to do each day to achieve that goal. And so I don't know what to do, Eli. I'm sorry. Push a different button. There you go. So that's going on then. I don't know what my goal is going to be yet. I haven't decided. I have a fleece that I processed, and it is carded and everything. I might do that this year. I don't know. I need to weigh it and see if that's even possible. On July 1st, I know that overlaps, but this is a knitting thing. On July 1st, I'm going to start an Even Star knit along, and I will open a thread in the board or in the group, whatever, as well. And that'll go pretty much until everybody's done. It'll probably be an ongoing thing for a while, because not everyone is able to commit the time to finish it in, you know, a month or whatever, and that's perfectly fine. I don't plan to finish mine in a month. So that'll be July 1st until whenever. And then August and September, because of Tour de Fleece ending July 21st, I thought it would be fun to have a Knit with Your Hand Spun knit along for those 2 months. That'll give you time, if you were able to spin a lot, that'll give you time to knit a bigger project, or if you come in a little bit later or whatever. So yeah, that'll go August to September. And like I've said before, if you don't spin, but you have friends that spin, you know, ask them if they might be willing to, you know, if you provide the fiber for them, ask them if they'd be willing to spin it for you. Or I know there are Etsy shops and things like that with hand spun, and I know that people de-stash hand spun on Ravelry. So anyways, try to get your hands on some if you're able to, especially if you've never knit with hand spun. It's a really neat thing to do. So anyway, that's all I have in happenings this week and upcoming events. So let's talk about some knitting, works in progress. This week is a little different because I have kind of one plus a little bit, I guess. It's on this side of me. Yesterday, you'll see in my FOs that I have some. So I have a sock design idea that I decided I wanted to work on, and I cast it on yesterday, and I haven't gotten very far because I was working on finishing something else, but I have the cuff done. This is going to be a cuff down or top down, whatever you want to call it, sock design, because the ones that I have out now are toe up, and I know that there are people who feel very strongly on both sides of that. Personally, I don't care. I just love knitting socks. They're my most favorite thing to make, and I don't care if I knit it top down, toe up, left to right. I don't care. So I figured, since I don't care and I like both, I will design both. This one will be a design though that will easily be convertible to toe up, because it's not fancy, it's not complicated, it's not the one that I talked about a few weeks ago that was Knits and Pearls. This is Knits and Pearls. It's really just a way to dress up some solid / semi-solid, or I think it will work for self-striping. I don't know that I'll do a whole sock with self-striping, but I'll at least do enough of like a cuff that I can get a picture you know, to show what it would look like that way. I don't think it will work with variegated because usually textured patterns with, you know, knits and purls don't, but it's up to you if that's what you want to do, then that's fine. It'll be kind of a, almost a ribbing variation. It'll be a great, sorry, I have this hair right there that was stuck. It'll be a great man pattern, I think. So anyways, there's that 2x2 ribbing at the top, and I do have just a bit, well, no, I took it out. I thought I had messed it up and I didn't. I just had something situated incorrectly, so I took the first bit out, but it was correct. I need to just trust the pattern, you know. So anyway, look for these to be worked on. The yarn that I'm using is Pagewood Farms, and I don't know what base because I threw the thing away. I don't usually. Actually, I don't know that I threw it away. I can't find it, so I'm assuming it got thrown away. Anyways, this is Pagewood Farms in a blue, and I like, you can see how it has, you know, the lighter spots. Let's see, if I turn it on its side, you can see that as well. I like the semi-solid effect. It's a little bit darker than it's showing up on the screen, just because, you know, it reflects the blue. That's a little bit more, you know, truer in color. I'm using my size 1, which is a 2.25 millimeter ChowGoo circulars, which is my method of choice for socks. So that is in my Loopy U project bag. Oh, you know what? I need to just move this over here. Okay. This isn't technically on the needles, but it's getting cast on today, so I'm considering it a work in progress, because by the time you see this, it will be. Isn't this so pretty? It's blue, and it's Volmisa, and I don't have the tag right here. Anansi hat. Wait. It is Blue Curacao, and it's the twin, which is 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon, essentially 150 grams. It says 510 yards. So if I hold it any closer, it's not, I don't think it'll ever, yeah. So I did tear the two things off the top because Anansi was using it, or yeah, we were using it as a bookmark last night. So it's so pretty and so blue. As I was winding it, you know, I mean, in the hank, it was blue, but for some reason, as I was winding it, it's almost like it electrified. I mean, it just, it's like somebody just plugged it in and just like a neon light. So, yeah, I can see very, very subtle color variations, and I love it, and I can't wait to knit with it. You're probably wondering what I'm going to knit with it. It's going to be the test knit for Josh Ricks. The pattern is called Bumper Crop. It's a shawl. I don't think I said that. And I hope I have enough yardage, because the ones that he made, he ended up going into another skein, but he was using Malabrigo, and I know that it has less yardage. So we'll see, I guess. If not, then luckily with the way that it's put together, I would be able to bind off, and it would just, the edge would just be a little bit different, but I don't think it would ruin it, and I would be able to tell him if the pattern worked. So this will be worked on. This is going to be my monogamous project. But the other things that I've done monogamously had already been started. So I think there will be maybe a day this week that I don't work on it and work on the sock, or I don't know. I think I'll be bi-nogamous. I'll have this in the sock, and I'll go back and forth. So anyway, that is going to, I'm just going to skip into what it's going, the project bag it's going to be in. I wrote down that I don't have any acquisitions. I don't have any acquisitions that I bought, but I have a gift that I received. So this is from Haley, It's a really cute project bag that I got to pick the fabric for. She sent it to me for my birthday. And it's funny because she made a bag one night when we were in the VKN, and she picked it up and she's like, "Oh no!" And Mel said, "What?" And she's like, "Well, one of these was supposed to be the lining, and the other was supposed to be, you know, the outside. I love that it's half and half. I love it." And all of the rest of us loved it. I said, "No, no, don't fix it, don't fix it, don't fix it. Send me one like that." And all the rest of us liked it too. So it was a great accident, and you know that I like what I like to call that, accidental awesomeness. So Haley, thank you so much. She has the clasp here. She is the host of the Knit Two Together podcast with Lisa, Lisa Tomko 1, and Haley is Knitty Auntie on Plurk if you want to look her up. Tell her you want a bag. Isn't that cute? Okay, so go bother her. Tell her you want a bag because she wants to start selling them, and I don't know what price she's going to sell them for, but anyway. This one, it's kind of tall and skinny, but I like it. It's different, but in a good way for me, because the skein sits right down here, and my project will be able to sit right on top of it. So anyway, there's that. That's all the works in progress slash going to be a work in progress when you see this. Next, FOs. I finished the color affection like I said I was going to, and it has been mailed off. I will be putting a picture of it at the end here so you can see it. Also, if you go into the Damselfly Yarns group, the owner of that Astrid, she posted pictures of the shawl because she received it, and it turned out great, and it relaxed. Just I mean, seriously, that yarn relaxed. So I had a fair amount of all three colors left, and I'll show you here what I did with one of them. It's on a plate right now because it's blocking slash drying. This is a Royal Iris hat, which is one of my patterns, a Mel-Tran design. Here's the inside of it. If you're familiar with the pattern, you'll notice that I made the brim longer than it called for. I actually made it, it's 2 inches, 2 full inches, not 2 cheater inches, 2 full inches, and I tried it on before I blocked it and everything, you know, before I soaked it. Oh my gosh, 2 inches, oh, it's perfect. And I may change the pattern to call for 2 inches because it's awesome. So anyway, this is the purple, like I said, left over. I love, I'm going to turn it back over again. Look, trying to find the best place to show off what the color did. It's just beautiful the way the semi-solidness worked out. Oh, I love it. I love making this pattern too, and it's not because I designed it. I love knitting it. It's so much fun. I started this Sunday and finished it yesterday. That's how quick it knits up. It took less than 47 grams. I know that because I had 47 grams and and I ended up with this much still left over. And I'd say that's probably 3 grams. So 44 grams-ish fingering weight yarn. Go look it up on Ravelry. And I did that on a size 1, 2.25, and a size 3, 3.25. The next thing I finished, two things I finished, are my graphic infection shawls. So I have mine. They have not been blocked yet, so keep that in mind. This is the one that I made for myself. The green is the Huckleberry Knits, and it's a merino bamboo blend, and it's not on Ravelry that I've been able to find still. So there's that, and I don't remember the colorway because it's been so long since I talked about it. It was a club colorway from last year. The silver is Grinning Gargoyle, and it's actually their lace weight that I held doubled, the shimmer lace. And this is the platinum colorway. I don't know, maybe if I move it, you can see the sparkles, maybe, in the silver part. Anyway, the bottom, I thought that I had finished the last clue, or the second to last clue, and I should have had more of the green. And so I just, started with the next one and ended up doing these 2 stripes too early. So I added some rows of plain green at the bottom, and then instead of doing just 1 row with the silver and ending with green, I decided to do the whole bottom border with the silver, and I really like it. You can see there's these holes. When I block it out, I'll pull them out a little bit. Let's go the right direction here. Good grief, I'm all backwards. So anyways, I love this shawl. It's a good size now, even for me, because I'm not a big person, obviously. I'm only 5'2". And let's see, you can see that, it goes down to a good size. So, when I block it, I'm not going to stretch the crap out of it and block it within an inch of its life, because I don't need to. But it's going to stretch because it's garter. It'll relax a lot. I know I have another shawl on, but look how warm this can be in the winter. I can put it on like this, and it won't be this bulky, obviously. And with my coat, and it'll keep me really warm. I'm I'm excited to have this blocked out, which I think I'll soak it today and do it, because it's supposed to drop down to below freezing again tonight. So this would be great to have to cuddle up with while I'm sitting on my couch knitting tonight. And the other one that I finished is same pattern. This one is for Haley, though, my roommate at the retreat. And hers I did correctly here. Well, not that mine was incorrect, I just wanted it a little different. Hers I did exactly as was written. So you'll see that the red just kind of peeks out there, but when you block it, see that it makes it show up. It's a really neat effect. Josh did a great job with how he designed this. So anyway, the blue is Huckleberry Knits Cascara base, which is her merino cashmere nylon in a special border blue. And the red is Indigo Dragonfly in their MCN base as well. And the color is When I Bit Into Him, I Could Hear the Ocean. So, and you can see hers is really going to block out as well. So it's gonna be gorgeous. I can't wait to see them relaxed and blocked. So that is all I have for my FOs. I'm gonna sneak a drink here. Blueberry tea, so good. Spinning. I didn't do enough to warrant grabbing my wheel and bringing it over. I'm still working on the orange. I don't know why I haven't just finished. I've been knitting. What a concept. But I will work through that. I'm not in a hurry. So, and that's the rainbow Polworth that I showed in last week's episode. Designing, I have those socks that I showed you that are on the needles, and that's all for now, but there are many to come. So please stay tuned. I think you will like what I have in mind. Yeah, I think you'll like it. I like it, and it's just in my head. So wait till it has pretty yarn to go with it. Acquisitions, none this week. Like I said, I received the gift project bag, and that was wonderful. And I don't have, well, I have stuff coming, but it's with my new logo. I don't know. The buttons might be here next week. The other stuff was from Vistaprint, and They can they can take anywhere from a week to a month. It just depends. So when those come in, I will definitely be wearing a shirt and showing you all the fun things I got. So anyway, last but not least, one pair of the signatures that I offered up last week has been purchased. The size 1s have been purchased. The size 6s, if you heard that, it was a PS3 controller sitting on the table over there. These are the size 6s, the replacements that came in the mail. They have not even been opened. Feel free to buy them. I will probably take them out of this very obnoxiously oversized box and send them to you, because this box would cost a lot more than a very nice padded envelope to mail to you, and they would get there just the same. So, size 6s that have never been used, and I have size 5s that I thought I had kept. Yep, I have them sitting right here. The size 5s have only been used in about a quarter of Haley's shawl, so they are pretty much new. And if you would like to buy those, I'm selling them each for $42, but that includes the shipping. If you buy them new, they're $42 plus $5 shipping, so I'm taking that cost off. So there's that. All right, let me know if you want those. Please PM me on Ravelry, or email me, or text me, or contact me on Plurk. However, if you have any of all of that information, some of it, whatever. So, yeah. Wow, this was a short episode. Anuska, are you happy? She likes it when people keep their stuff at about half an hour. So, if you're curious as to what I'm wearing, this is my Diersta shawl. It's another one of my designs, and it's the one that I knit with the Fiber Nymph knit along earlier this year. So, yeah, that's it. I'm going to wrap up and look for pictures after this, since I've discovered how to do that. I hope you liked the music from last week. It's a local group that I really like. And they might be in the music coming up too. Maybe a different song of theirs. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But it's on my computer, and it's the only music I have right now because my computer's new. So, anyway, I hope you have a wonderful week, and until next time, keep knitting. Bye!